Wave 1 of Hasbro Beyblade X has been released for some time, and with Wave 2 on the horizon, I am going to create the ultimate buying guide for Wave 1 of Beyblade X. This buying guide will only be purposed to the competitive side of Beyblade. In this list, I will share my opinions on each release and will rank them based on their competitive uses, taking in consideration of blades, ratchet, and bits. I will also go through the cost efficiency of each release, making sure you get what is worth your buck. Starting with the single releases, the first Beyblade we will look at is Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai blade is a retool of Leon Claw, meaning that its shape is essentially the same, but with some modifications. The blade of Steel Samurai is not used much in competitive battles as the shape is outclassed by other attack blades, so it's not great competitively. The Ratchet 480 is objectively the worst ratchet, as four-sided ratchets are the easiest to burst based on the exposed nubs. The bit taper is the one exception to this Beyblade that is good for competitive play, as the taper bit is amazing for attack combos due to its high stamina. However, there is an alternative route to getting this part which is more cost efficient, so I rank Steel Samurai to be low in priority and only good for collectors. The next Beyblade is Talon PTERA, another Hasbro exclusive Beyblade that is a retool of Viper Tail. The blade Talon PTERA, like Viper Tail, is also not good for competitive play as it can be hard to be consistent. The low-hanging blades allow the Bey to hit its opponents underneath and destabilize them, but this rarely works during battle and you're better off using other blades. The Ratchet 380, like 480, is an 80 ratchet height. The problem with 80 tall ratchets is that it's useless in competitive play, as taller Beys have less stamina than shorter Beys, which is why you only use 60 tall ratchets for competitive combos. The three-sided ratchets are better than four-sided ratchets, so there is some value there. The only part saving this Beyblade is the ball bit. The ball bit is the best stamina bit to use and is a must-have for competitive Beyblade, and since Talon PTERA is the cheapest option to get this part, I think that Talon PTERA can be worth the purchase to obtain the ball bit. Horn Rhino is a defense-type Beyblade that has a compact shape. This shape is best used for attack combos, but it's still very low tier. The 380 ratchet, like I mentioned before, is also not good competitively, and the spike bit is horrible for defense. So to conclude, Horn Rhino is not good competitively and is an easy skip. The last single is Keel Shark, and oh boy is this a good one. The Keel Shark blade is amazing for upper attack and is very good competitively. The upper blades of the blade allow Keel Shark to fling its opponents upwards, increasing the chances of an extreme finish. The Ratchet 360 is a 60 height ratchet, which is the primary height for competitive combos, and the three sides allow the ratchet to be good for attack and stamina combos, so it's a great ratchet overall. The bit low flat is pretty good by itself, but when paired with Keel Shark, the low height and aggressive flat shape allows Keel Shark to speed up and hit hard. Keel Shark is a must-have for competitive Beyblade and should be on your priority. The next Beys we will talk about release in dual packs that release with two Beyblades. The first we will talk about is Knife Shinobi and Keel Shark. Like I mentioned before, Keel Shark is an amazing blade competitively, so we are definitely a good start. The 380 ratchet still isn't terrible, and the flat bit is a good bit for attack. So the first Beyblade in this 2-pack is pretty solid. The second Beyblade is Knife Shinobi, a retool of Horn Rhino. If you remember the Horn Rhino, then you already know that it isn't good, and the 480 ratchet is also terrible. The high needle bit is pretty solid as it has good defense and stamina, but defense is not used much in competitive play, so overall it's just okay. This 2-pack does come with decent parts, but it's better to just skip this release. The next 2-pack is little more interesting as it comes with Chain Incendio and Arrow Wizard. The Chain Incendio blade is great for stamina combos due to the round shape, and the small chains allows the blade to deflect attacks from other blades and fight back. The 560 ratchet is one of the best stamina ratchets, so having this ratchet is a huge positive for this 2-pack. The high taper bit is a little bit worse than regular taper, but it's still an okay bit. The Arrow Wizard blade is decent for stamina/defense and can also be used for attack combos. The ratchet is 460, which is better than 480, and due to the short height it can be usable, although it's still easy to burst. The needle bit is a solid defensive bit, but to be honest, the needle variants are all pretty trash. So the main star of this 2-pack is Chain Incendio, and overall this 2-pack should be a high priority as you get a lot of good value. The final 2-pack is Tail Viper and Sword Dran. The Tail Viper blade has the same usage as Talon PTERA. Although it's better than Talon PTERA, it's still not great competitively. The 580 ratchet like 560 is solid for stamina combos, but due to the 80 height it doesn't get much use. The Orb bit is the outlier here, as Orb can be really good for competitive stamina combos and even comparable to Ball. I personally prefer Ball over Orb, but Orb is still used in competitive play and is not a part to sleep on. The Sword Dran blade is an amazing blade for attack. Although it isn't as good as Keel Shark or Soar Phoenix, it can still be solid for smash attack. The 360 ratchet is great for attack and stamina combos, and the flat bit is also solid for pure attack. Overall, this 2-pack is also a high priority for competitive play. Now we are up to the starter packs. The first starter pack is Sword Dran 360 flat. This starter should be an immediate skip, not because it's bad, but because it's better to just buy the 2-pack as it comes with the same stock combo plus another Beyblade. The next starter is Scythe Incendio, and this starter is a must-buy for competition. The Scythe Incendio blade is one of the best blades to use for stamina due to the roundish shape, but also for the aggressive contact points that can fight back. The 460 ratchet is usable due to the low height but still not great, but the taper bit is one of the best attack bits to use as it's aggressive and has high stamina. This is why Steel Samurai was low on the list, because it's better to buy this starter pack for both the blade and the bit. The next starter is the Arrow Wizard. As I explained before, Arrow Wizard is solid for stamina and defense combos and could be used for attack, but it's nothing special, and you could also obtain this blade from a 2-pack. The 480 ratchet is trash, but the bit ball is the best bit to use for stamina. However, there is a cheaper method to obtain this bit from Talon PTERA, so overall this starter can be a skip. Helm Knight is the final starter pack. The Helm Knight blade is solid for attack and defense combos, as the unbalanced weight allows Helm Knight to hit hard attacks and destabilize other blades. The 380 ratchet and needle bit are just mid, and overall this starter should be a low priority as the only value is the blade. Okay. There is one more starter, and that is Dranzer S. To save time, I will just say to skip this release, as the low weight makes the blade useless for competitive play and the blade and ratchet aren't anything special. Soar Phoenix releases in a deluxe starter pack that contains a string launcher. This Beyblade release is a must-buy, as the string launcher itself is the best launcher you can buy. The Soar Phoenix blade is top tier for attack due to its heavy weight being the heaviest blade in Beyblade X. The Ratchet 960 is the hardest ratchet to burst due to its small nubs, and that makes it the best for stamina and attack combos. The Gear Flat bit usually isn't great for competitive, but for the Hasbro Beyblade X Stadium it can actually be useful for fast attacks and quick extreme finishes. The final release is the Beyblade X Stadium set. Now this isn't really fair, but you kind of have to buy this for the Stadium, as the Bucket Stadium is just garbage. The Stadium set comes with Tusk Mammoth, a retool of Scythe Incendio, but garbage that comes with the 360 ratchet and taper bit. Also coming with the Dagger Dran blade, it is great for attack and possibly better than Sword Dran. The Rush bit is also a high-tier attack bit due to the low gear ratio, allowing the Beyblade to be faster and have more stamina when engaging with the accelerator rail. Overall, this Stadium set is a must-buy, as you need the Stadium for Beyblade X, but at least it does come with good parts for competitive combos. Here are all the Beyblade X releases and where I place them in the list. Beyblade you should skip are Steel Samurai, Sword Dran, Horn Rhino, Knife Shinobi 2-pack, Dranzer S, and Arrow Wizard. Helm Knight should be a low priority, but high priority releases are the Chain Incendio and Tail Viper 2-packs. The must-buy releases are the Stadium set, Soar Phoenix, Scythe Incendio, Talon Ptera, and Keel Shark. That's it for the ultimate buying guide for Beyblade X Wave 1. If you enjoy my videos, please make sure to like and subscribe. I also have memberships available for further support, and I will see you in the next one.